Hey everyone, I'm Marissa Roberto and welcome to another episode of Bar Downloadable. One of Super Smash Bros. Melee's biggest tournaments of the year has been cancelled. Why? Not because of COVID, but actually because of Nintendo. Yes, Nintendo of America sent a cease and desist order to the Big House to cancel their upcoming online event. Nintendo's reasoning is that online Melee tournaments use illegal copies of the game and additionally a mod known as Slippy. Super Smash Bros. Melee is a 19-year-old game. Its competitive scene has flourished without any support from Nintendo, and lives because of its ambitious, enthusiastic grassroots community. Slippy was made by members of the community to allow for a much better online experience, and is one of the reasons why the game is so relevant during the pandemic. So when Nintendo broke the news that it was essentially shutting down the big tournament, the community did not take it lightly. The hashtag #FreeMelee started popping up on Twitter from players, fans, and others who supported the movement. Some took things a step further. Ludwig, a popular Twitch streamer and part of the Melee community, announced a charity Melee event.
How far are they willing to go in the red on their optics, on their PR moves?
It's only been a few days since Ludwig announced the event, and the donations have been pouring in quick. As of Tuesday, over $42,000 have been raised. It's truly an inspirational moment for the passionate Melee community. Seriously, this community is one of esports' best. Despite the shutdown of the Big House, Smash Summit 10 went on as scheduled. Zayn was the eventual winner, and in light of recent events, he had this to say in his interview.
I've always been worried about my time in Melee being too short. Like, is it going to end at any moment? And I've been really nervous about that. But even after this recent news, I think I've been reaffirmed that the passion in this community is so strong that and others who want to get into this game don't have to worry about it.
And now the community has another hashtag, #SaveSmash, trending all over Twitter. All we have to say here is #FreeMelee. We stand with you guys. Excuse me. Had to do a quick change there because need to get fancy. It's awards season, at least in the gaming world where it's aptly named the Game Awards. They announced their nominees this past week. There are all sorts of categories, but of course, everyone has their eyes on Game of the Year. 6 games have been nominated for this year's awards, so without further ado, the nominees for Game of the Year are Doom Eternal, id Software, Bethesda, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Square Enix, Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch, Sony Interactive Entertainment, Hades, Supergiant Games, which I still have to play. Oh my god, I'm buying that game today. This is stupid. This is stupid that I haven't paid a Game of the Year nom. Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Nintendo, 1 vote for me. And The Last of Us Part 2, Naughty Dog, Sony Interactive Entertainment. It's a pretty stacked list, and it's a friendly reminder that we were blessed with games this past year. So let us know which nominee is your pick for Game of the Year. One of the most iconic video game franchises is 007. You've got GoldenEye, Agent Under Fire, Nightfire, and so many more. But we haven't heard from them since 007's Legends was released in 2012. James Bond has truly been MIA in the gaming world. Luckily, the drought of Bond titles might be coming to a close. IO Interactive announced that they're developing a new Bond game titled Project 007. These guys are the devs behind the Hitman series, and imagining that type of gameplay for a 007 series has gamers excited. James Bond deserves the next-gen treatment. Listen, this isn't going to drop anytime soon, so you might as well dust off that N64 and blow right into that GoldenEye, because you're going to need to practice. You need to get your mental James Bond game back, okay? Slappers only, let's Let this be a reminder to you that it does not matter what your name is or how famous you are. It is difficult to get your hands on a next-gen console. There just simply aren't enough to go around right now. Don't even get me started with those scalpers today either. Honestly, I get that it's a business, these guys need to make money, but they've purchased an influx, okay? There should be an allotment of the amount people are allowed to buy, but it's fine. But I digress. With that said, even Buffalo Bills wide receiver Stephon Diggs is having trouble getting his own. Prior to the launch, Diggs took to Twitter to see if somebody could send him a PS5 or Xbox Series X. No luck. The following day, he tweeted out his disappointment. This man needs a console stat. Oh my goodness, he is upset. Bad news though, Stephon. Although Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, apologized for the lack of consoles, it appears it might be this way for a while. Like April next year, a while. Trust me, if I had extra, I would share. But with the Bar Down boys first. I promised them first, and then you. Remember all those news stories that painted gaming as a dangerous hobby? There was a whole situation involving gaming disorders, and of course the idea that violent video games influence aggressive behavior. For those of us who play video games and know for a majority of us these stories are far-fetched, there's finally a story that sheds positive light on gaming from the mainstream. A study by the University of Oxford that investigated the well-being of people playing Animal Crossing and Plants vs. Zombies reported that people who played more had better mental well-being. That's so interesting because those are my two favorite games. What's that about? The lead researcher said that the study shows that if you play 4 hours a day of Animal Crossing, you're a much happier human being. Vouch! I vouch! Look, too much of anything can be a bad thing, but there's been way too much negative news about gaming out there. Love to hear how it can benefit our mentals, especially now. Kids, show this to your parents. See, you need video games, particularly Animal Crossing and Plants vs. Zombies. Just download Plants vs. Zombies. Like, well, what's the matter for you? So, moral of the story is keep on playing those video games and we'll see you next time.